Oh, hello, Tashi Dele, everyone. Thank you very much for everyone who's joining this solidarity prayer support for all the people who are going through very difficult time due to the pandemic, the COVID-19, in particularly in India and Nepal. Comparing to the developed country, when it comes to population, India, one of the greatest number of population, and so many ordinary poor people on the street, so many poor people who don't even have a proper shelter, proper livelihood, basic necessities, millions and millions like that. So from that point of view, really makes in India during this difficult time is more vulnerable than many others. Very much a similar situation goes in Nepal too. And right this very stage, the surge of the COVID-19 is extremely devastating, both in Nepal and India. And at the same time, in our mother monastery, APMD's mother monastery, Kopan monastery in Nepal, so Kopan, the community of both monks and nuns, where at this stage there are a lot of sanghas affected by this COVID situation, and the community is a very big sangha community. So therefore, it is very urgent. Then it is also very important and very relevant. Almost most of us, especially those of us from APMD centers, APMD community, or even those who are not directly members and linked to APMD centers, but then many of the Dharma connection, they're very much they are great, and the chain of link to APMD Mandala, APMD precious gurus like Lama Yeshe, Lama Sobrambache, and to those resident and touring lamas and teachers. So there's a great special karmic connection. Not just ordinary karmic connection, but this connection very much who thrive under the same spiritual umbrella of a same spiritual guru. So we all are Dharma spiritual brother sister. So each and every kind thoughts, prayers, in particularly, prayers dedication, marriage dedication can be so effective because of that special bonding, that special karmic connection. So therefore, today here, under the wonderful organizing, by the APMD Australia, Stephanie and Peter, through the office, make this a very meaningful session possible. So with much gratitude to APMD office and all the APMD national office board members and all the center directors and center SPCs, those who make everyone heard about this session and make available everyone to participate. Not only that, those many of the centers and the students around the world, from Europe, from Southeast Asia, from America, from everywhere, who is participating for this very session. So our collective prayers definitely it will be huge contribution to overcome this nasty pandemic around the world, in particular this very stage in India, Nepal, and in particularly in Kopan, Nandarin Monastery, and may the cure of vaccine, most effective vaccine as soon as possible to actualize. And not only that, may the treatment be most effective, and may the entirety of the pandemic causes and conditions, including the collective karma, individual karma, including the experiences of the karmic result, everything come to over as soon as possible. So that is our purpose of getting together here today. So the session will be very simple. In order for everyone to participate, the prayers are something that which all of us are very familiar with. So what we're going to do, we start with taking refuge in Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha 3 times. Then after that, generate altruistic motivation through while reciting the 4 immeasurable prayers. Then after that, take a moment to strengthen the altruistic intention to make this session to be most effective by meditating a few moments, meditating on compassion. Then after that, we will do the 21 Tara prayers, lead with the initial invocation verses of prayer, then 21 Tara prayers. Then after that, we'll recite the short, abbreviated 21 Tara prayers, the verse about 21 times. Then after that, we recite Tara mantra a few rounds. Then after that, we will do the reason for the Tara prayers recommended here. The compassionate Buddha Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, His Honesty Dalai Lama, from very beginning of this pandemic started, advise to do Tara practice, and there's also great relevance because 21 Tara within that, 8 Tara that which is specifically to overcome 8 fears, and each of the Tara emanate in accordance with it, their aspirations to liberate sentient beings from suffering. Then we will also do medicine Buddha mantra recitation, a few rounds, dedicated specifically to all the treatments to be most effective. Tara prayers is to actualize all the conducive conditions swiftly, all the necessities to overcome this pandemic. Then when the necessities comes into individuals' treatment, then the treatment will be most effective. So for that purpose, we do medicine Buddha practice. Then after that, we will recite few rounds of the compassionate Buddha Cherry 6 mantra, specifically dedicating to those who pass away, those who are dying, to liberate them from the fear of death, fear of intermediate state, fear of rebirth, and overall to liberate entire beings from the sixth realm and abide them in the state of compassionate Buddha. Then we will conclude by dedication, general dedication, bodhicitta, emptiness, and the general dedications. But before that, we will recite, we will meditate and recite the verses of Tonglen practice that in accordance from the Lama Chopa, the Guru Puja text. Those of you who have text, it is on LC 95. I think Stephanie also already posted those prayers. So, so while reciting these Tonglen prayers, then try our very best to do taking and giving, Tonglen practice in accordance with what the word express in the prayer. So we will do that. Sangye ya dang ya zo ye jo ya nama ya lang chai jo ya ba do ya dang ni ya ja ba zo ye Dai ye je zo ye be ye ze nama ye do la ye pe je ye sang ye do ba la ye Sangye je dang zo ye jo ya nama ya la chai jo ya ba ya do ya dang ya ni ya ja ba ya zo ye Dai je zo ye be ye zo nama ye do la ye be je ye sang ye do ba la yo Sangye je ya dang ya zo ye jo ya nama ya la chai jo ya ba ya do ya dang ya ni ya ja ba ya zo ye Dai ye je zo ye be ye ze nama ye do la ye pe je ye sang ye do ba la yo So take a moment to have a full conviction, the absolute presence of Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha among us and among all the sentient beings, among all those who are under the difficult situation with the COVID, and infinite blessings are poured to overcome any form of challenges that they are facing. Then have conviction that it is definite that Guru Buddha Dharma Sangha will completely protect from life danger, protect from any pains, and swiftly, overcome all the challenges. So while reciting the four imageable thoughts, do generate great compassion concerning the well-being of numberless sentient beings, in particularly those of the humans that who are in the crisis of COVID, and due to the special karmic affinity, then keep all the Kopan nuns and monks and any other spiritual brothers and sisters around the world who are under the danger of COVID. And because of being the medium of expressing immense of compassion, and at the same time dedicating the following practice, then Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha absolutely, channeling through this interdependent condition that you create to make any benefit most effective. Semje tamje dewa dan dewe judan dembara juje semje tamje dunga dan dunga je judan dawara juje semje tamje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa juje semje tamje nyire chanda nidan dawe tanyo la nebara juro je semje tamje dewa dan dewe judan dembara juje semje tamje dunga dan dunga je judan dawara juje semje tamje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa juje semje tamje nyire chanda nidan da tanyo la nebara juro je semje tamje dewa dan dewe judan dembara juje semje tamje dunga dan dunga je judan dawara juje semje tamje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa juje semje tamje nyire chanda nidan dawe tanyo la nebara juro je. So now we recite the 21 Tara praises. Feel and have a full conviction in understanding the omniscient capabilities of the Mother Tara, as omniscient enlightened quality. Due to that, the moment oneself express the interdependent condition of faith and convictions of her present, and without any doubt, she will be absolutely present. Even though Buddhas are all the time present to benefit sentient beings and elevate sufferings, sentient beings from the sufferings, but then sentient beings still do suffer because of the power of the karma, power of the interdependent causes, the negative karmic causes that makes sentient beings go through the experience of suffering. So in the absolute nature of emptiness, there's no inherent samsara and liberation. As long as we are able to create the interdependent condition, then definitely, there is a freedom, there is a liberation from the sufferings. So therefore, once ourselves that who understand that, who have faith and conviction in the Buddhas like Tara, at the same time who understand what is exactly absolute reality of existence is, on the basis of that, the moment that you express the interdependent condition of faith and conviction in the Tara and her ability, and bring that condition to the condition basis from the suffering sentient being side, again through the help of your generation of compassion to the suffering sentient being. So that way, then the benefit of Buddhas are definitely, going to bring impact, to the sentient being. So due to lacking of all these conducive interdependent causes and condition, which is due to the ignorance of sentient being, therefore sentient being commit wrong negative actions. Due to that, suffer negative consequences. So what we are trying to do, to help the rest of our mother sentient beings, who many are already committed karma, through ignorance, and many are who already experiencing the consequences, and many are just committing new karma. Like even in the COVID situation, individual, if not careful, or even the leader of organizations, leader of family, or yourself who lead your life, if yourself, if not mindful, if not careful, then we don't abide those restrictions and those carefulness, hygiene, etc. And due to carelessness, which is due to ignorance, then commit new karma, which is the action or the karma that which will get into trouble of such as getting COVID and getting into situation of the environment of COVID, etc. So therefore, therefore, the creating conducive conditions, doing prayers, generating compassion, developing faith and conviction in the Buddhas are very much creating interdependent causes and conditions. So that way, bring the definite benefits. So visualize the definite absolute existence of Tara in everywhere, in within and everywhere around those people who are suffering from COVID, anywhere in the world. And infinite light rays and nectars are following from the Mother Tara, and purifying the karma, purifying the pain, and purifying the consequences, and liberate them free from life danger, free from COVID, free from COVID environment, free from all the causes and conditions that will make people danger of COVID. So you can visualize, meditate, think while we recite the 21 Tara phrases. Podalaye nejo ne tamye jango le dongje ba meje wela je de zo zanje tele ma ma go je zo la da la me je benje cha je pe ma la de bomba go le de ze ma ma yum la cha za bo om je ze ma pa ma ma la cha ze chanza dhamma nyima pa mo chine geche lo dan dhamma jide songko chuje shaye geze je wala ne jom chanza dunje dawa gundo gawa jine zibe shama kama donda zopa namanje rado che wara pa ma chanza sengo chine je je peme chane namba je Jimba zende kato she wa zopa samde je nye ma chanza de shi she pe zo do taye namba java je ma male paro jimba do Jave se je shendo de ma chanza do tara mo ye je dada chota nanga kama jiten do bo shep je ne Loba me ba gu ba ne ma chanza je je me la tsamba lola na zo won ju je Jumbo la de zan namanda ne jin so je de ne de ma chanza de je cha dan pe je paro Jungko rap do jo e yo ya ga sha je ne de me ba zho ba shin do ba ma chanza tu re je ba chen bo de je ba wo na ba jo chu je cha ne zhen ye de ze da bo tam je ma le ze ma chanza kun jo sum jo cha je ze mo du ga na ba je Male je je kolo je be ran je we je so na do ma chanza rab do ga wa je be we je chen wa be Shimbara je do da ra ye do da ji de wa jo ze ma chanza za ji jo we so na ma tam je bu ba ne ma ni ma chun ye ye we ye je hong je phong ba tam je na ba do chanza da we de bu wo ye je ba tam je shin do ba ra ma ra be de ne o ba me le ta ba shin do wa ra ze chanza ga we da we me da ba we je we na ne ma ye ja ye gu ku ne go ro we da ye bu ne na ba jo chanza za je ngo la cha je de je ne je sha je do ma chun ye zhen ze ye je hong je re ba dun bo nam ne je ma chanza de ma je ma je ma ni nge de je je ye nie ma song da yang da de be de ba je bo jong ba nie ma chanza ku ne ko ra ga we da ye le ne rab do je ma ye je je be ma ne ko we ri ba hong ne zho ma nie chanza do re ja ne da be hong je na we sa be nie ma re da men da ra da be je je de som na yo wa nie chanza la ye tsu ye na be re da da je cha da na ma ta ra ni je be je ye je de na ma le pa ne se ma chanza la ye zo na ja bo la da miem je de ma ku ne go ja go ya je je cha da me la ni ba se chanza ni ma da wa je be je ni bo la wa ra se ma ha ra ni je de da ra ye shin do da bo de ne se ma chanza de ni sum na go we she we do da yang da de ma de na ro la ne je so na ma ju ba do re ra je ni ma za we nga je do ba de da chanza wa ne ni jo za je om je ze ma pa ma de ma la cha e cha lo chanza de ma ni ma pa mo je ne ge je lo da da ma ji de song go je je sha je ge je ja wa na ne jo chanza denje dawa gendo gawa jene zebe shama kama donda zopa namje rabdo chewe wara pa ma chanza sengo chene je je peme chane namba je ma jimba zende kato she soba zamde je nye ma chanza de je je be zo do taye namba je be je ma ma le paro jimba do be je we se je shendo de ma chanza do tara o ye je do da choda namba ka ma jiten do bo shab ye ne Loba me ba go ba ne ma chanza je che me la chang ba lo la na zo wang ju che ma jung bo rong la de zang nam da ne je zo je de na de ma chanza de je cha tang pe je pa ro zhong go ra do jo pe yo yo ga cha je ne de me ba do ba xin do ba ma chanza do re je ba chen bo de je ba wa na ba jo ma che je shan ne chuan ye de ze ta ba tam je ma le se ma chanza kun jo sum jo cha je se mo do ga na ba je ma le che je go lo je be Ranje weje zana zho ma chanza ra do gawa je be weje chanwa be ma shenpa ra je do da ra ye do da je de wang ju ze ma chanza za ji jun we zo na ma tam je go ba no ma nye ma chen ye ye wa ye je wang wo ma dang je na ba zho ma chanza da we de bo wo je je ba tam je shin do pa ra ma ra be de ne o ba me le da ba shin do wa ra ze ma chanza ga we da we me da ba we de we na ne Eja yoga kune koye daye kune na bache ma chanza za chi ma la cha ye de ye de ye cha ye de ma chonye chen ze ye hong ye re ba dun bo nam ye ye ma chanza dema jema jema nyingi de je je nyema som dayanda dembe diba jembo jemba nyema chanza kune kora gawe chayelo ne rabdo jema yije jebe ngane kowe reba une tuma nyema chanza dure jane dabe hunye na be sawe nyema rita mendara da be je jide somna yowa nyema chanza la ye tsaye na be rita da je chada nama Tarani jebe ye je dona male bani se ma chanza la ye zona jabo la da mim je de ma kune go jaga we je je da me la nye ba se ma chanza nye ma da wa je je bo la ra se ma harani je do da ra ye shin do da bo rim ne se ma chanza de nye som na go be shebe do da yang da de Dadara ne je zona jumba dere rab joni ma zawe nga je do ba de da chanza wa ne ni jo za je Oma je ze ma ba ma de ma la cha ze lo chanza do ma ni ma ba mo je ne ge je lo da da ma je de zong go je je sha ji ge je je wa na ne jo chanza de je da wa ge do ga wa je ne je be cha ma ga ma do da zo ba na ma je ra do je we wa ra ba ma chanza zeng go je ne je je pe me cha ne na ba je ma je ba zhe le ga do xie wa Saba zam de je nye ma chanza de je je be zo do ta ye na ba je be je ma le ba ru jin ba do be je be se je shin do de ma chanza do da ra wo ye je Dada jada nanga kama jide do boja jene de lo ba me ba go ba ne ma jada je je me la sang ba lo la na zo wan jo je ma jo bo ro na de na na ma da ne je so je de ne de ma chanda de je jada be je ba ro dong go ra do jo ma ye ja yo ga cha je ne de me ba do ba shin do ba ma chanda do re je ba chen bo de je ba wo na ba jo Che jane do nye den ze da wo dam je ma le se ma chan zo kun ju sum jo cha je sa mo do ga na ba je ma le che je ko lo je be ran je we je zo na do ma chan za ra do ga wa je be we je de wa be ma je ba ra je do da ra ye do da je de wa do ze ma chan za za je je we so na ma dam je go ba na ma ni ma do nye ya ba ye je wo je bo ba dam je na ba do ma chan za ra do ga wa je chanza dawe de bo wo je je ba tam je shin do ba ma ra be te ne o ba me le da ba shin do wa ra ze ma chanza ka wa da we me da ba we te we na ne ma ye ja ye go go ne go ro je da ye bo ne na ba je ma chanza za je ma la cha je te je na je ja je do ma do ne zen ze ye je ho je re ba do bo na ne je ma chanza de ma je ma she ma ni nge de je je ye ne ma so om da yang da de be de ba je bo ju ba ni ma Chanza kune kora kawe, daya lune ra do je ma, ije chube ngane kowe, riba une tuma nye ma, chanza dure shane tabe, hunje na we sabe nye ma, rida menda ra da beji. Jide so na yo wa nye ma, chanza la ye tsuye na be, rida da je chada na ma, tara nye chube ye je, duna ma le pa ne se ma, chanza la ye tsunam jabo, la da miyam je de ma, kune ko jaka wa je je. Chanda mela nye ba se ma, chanda nye ma da wa je be je nye nga je nye bo la ra se ma, hara nye je do da ra ye, shin do da pa re ne se ma, chanda de nye do na go we, shi we do da yang da de ma. Do da ro la ne je zo na, je ba do re ra je nye ma, za we nga je do ba de da, chanda wa ne nye sho za je. Now we recite the abbreviated 21 Thara praises. Omo je je ma la mo do mo la cha e za lo chan za do mo ni ma ba mo je ne ge je lo da da Omo je je ma la mo do mo la cha za lo chan za do mo do re ba mo do da ra ye ju ke se ma do re de na tam je de ma so wa ye ge je la ra ba Om jane de ma la mo do ma la cha e za lo chan za do mo do re ba mo do da ra ye ju ke se ma do re de na tam je de re ma so wa ye ge je la ra ba do Om jane de ma la mo do ma la cha e ze Chanza dhamma dure pa mo tu dhara ye jibu se ma dure de na tam je de ma so wa ye ge je la ra wa du om chum de ma la mo dhamma la cha e cha lo chanza dhamma dure pa mo tu dhara ye jibu se ma dure de na tam je de ma so wa ye ge je la ra wa du Om chum de ma la mo dhamma la cha e cha lo chanza dhamma dure pa mo tu dhara ye jibu se ma dure de na tam je de ma so wa ye ge je la ra wa du om chum de ma la mo dhamma la cha cha lo chanza dhamma dure pa Tudare Jugosema, Duredana Tamjeterama, Zoai Gelarabado, Jendema Lama Domala, Cha, Zalo, Chaza Doma Durepamo, Tudare Jugosema, Duredana Tamjetera. So I get Jalarabado, Jendema Lama Domala, Cha, Zalo, Chaza Doma Durepamo, Tudara Jugosema, Duredana Tamjeterama, so I get Jalarabado, Jendema Lama Domala, Cha, Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Juguse Madure, Natam Jeterama, so I get Jalarabadu, Jumde Malamo Domala, Cha, Salo, Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Jugusema, Dure, Natam Jeteram. So I get Jalarabadu, Jumde Malamo Domala, Cha, Salo, Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Jugusema, Dure, Natam Jeterama, so I get Jalarabadu. Omajunde Mala Motomala Chai Zalo Chanza Doma Dure Pamo Tudara Ejigusema Dure Natam Jeterema so I get Jalarabadu Omajunde Mala Motomala Chai Zel Chanza Doma Dure Pamo Tudara Ejigusema Dure Natam Jeterema so I get Jalarabadu Omjunde Mala Motomala Chai Zalo Chanza Doma Dure Pamo Tudara Ejigusema Dure Natam Jeterema So I get Jalarabado, Mojunde de Malamodo Malacha, Zalo, Chanza Doma Durepamo, Dudara Ejibusema, Dure de Natam Jederema, so I get Jalarabado, Junde de Malamodo Malacha, Chanza Doma Durepamo, Dudara Ejibusema, Dure de Natam Jederema, so I get Jalarabado, Junde de Malamodo Malacha, Zalo, Chanza Doma Durepamo, Dudara Ejibusema. Duredana Tanjeterema, so I get Jalarabado, Jumde de Malhamodoma Cha, Salo, Chanza Doma Durepamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Duredana Tanjeterema, so I get Jalarabado. Umojumde de Malamodoma Cha, Salo, Chanza Doma Durepamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Duredana Tanjeterema, so I get Jalarabado, Jumde de Malamodoma Cha, Salo. Sada Roma Dure Bamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Dure de Natam Jeteram. So I get Jalarabado, Omojum de Malamo Domala Chai, Salo, Chanza Roma Dure Bamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Dure de Natam Jeterama, so I get Jalarabad. Omojum de Malamo Domala Chai, Salo, Chanza Roma Dure Bamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Dure de Natam Jeterama, so I get Jalarabado, Omjum de Malamo Domala Chai, Salo. Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Dure de Natam Jeterema, so I get Jalarabado, Omojum de Malamo Domala Chai, Salo, Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Ejigusema. Dure de Natam Jetema, so I get Jalarabado, Omojum de Malamo Domala Chai, Salo, Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Ejigusema, Dure de Natam Jeterema. So I get Jalarabado, Omojum de Malamo Domala Cha, Salo, Chanza Doma Dure Pamo, Dudara Ejigusem. Dure de Natam Jetema, so I get Jalarabado. Tara mantra. Dare do dare dure zo 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 Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so ha. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, 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 om dare do dare do re so. Om dare do dare do re so ha, om dare do dare do re so ha, om dare do dare do re so ha, om dare do dare do re so. Then dedicate the merit to all the COVID patients and as well as all the sentient beings. In particularly this very stage, those COVID patients that who are struggling to get oxygen, who are struggling to get medicine, proper care, doctors in hospital. There are so many challenges, in particularly in India and Nepal. So, with the blessings of the Thara and the interdependent conducive condition that we just committed through the practice, may every necessities, every cure actualize instantly without delay, even a moment, and accordingly, whatever it needs, and everyone get protections, help, cure. Jevande ye nyo do da ya pamai do mai do yo ne do wa je ya ma le ba te ye sa la yang ge ba yo. Yeah, so then now visualize or have conviction that the Tara that we have visualized, the Tara that exists, that we, in our conviction, now the Tara, that real Tara, that absolute, enlightened existence, dissolve or emerge into medicine Buddha. In actual reality, the Buddhas are in one essence. They manifest for different, different purposes for the benefit of sentient being. So now here, since we're going to accumulate conducive conditions, practices in relation to medicine Buddha, in particularly dedicating all the treatments be most effective. So therefore, the Tara emerge into medicine Buddha, then now have a vivid visualizations of medicine Buddha within, medicine Buddha in everywhere, medicine Buddha within each and every patient, each and every vulnerable beings, and medicine Buddha in every single existence, and emanating infinite medicinal lights, blue color, blue golden radiating lights. Then flow of infinite, inexhaustible, infinite medicinal nectar. So then visualize, every single patients of the COVID, instantly then, cured, actualize perfect health and longevity, meaningful life, like that. Toje go lai nyo be jumo den de chen zai de be nge de me se de zoi ne se sai ye men ye lai be de ya ye wo lai chai se Chumdende de Jinja Bada, Jumba Yang, the Bazobe Sanje, Mingela Bidia, Veji Jabola Cha, Zalo, Chudu Jazunji, Jinjela Dozo, Chumdende de Jinja Bada, Jumba Yang, the Bazobe Sanje, Mingela Bidia, Veji Jabola Cha, Chudu Jazunji, Jinjela Dozo, Chumdende de Jinja Bada, Jumba Yang, the Bazobe Sanje, Mingela Bidia, Veji Jabola Cha, Zalo, Chudu Jazunji, Jinjela Dozo, Chumdende de Jinja Bada, Jumba Yang, the Bazobe Sanje, Mingela Bidia, Veji Jabola Cha, Zalo, Chudu Jazunji, Jinjela Dozo. Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazano Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo, Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazano Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo, Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazalo Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo, Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazalo Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo, Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazal. Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo, Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazalo Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo, Chumdende de Jabara Jumbayanda Bazuba Sanya Mingela Bidu, which Jabola Chazalo Chudu Jazunju, Jinjala Dozo. Taya daum bekanze ma bekanze ranza samunga deso ha taya daum bekanze ma bekanze ranza samunga deso taya daum bekanze ma bekanze ranza samunga deso ha taya daum bekanze ma bekanze ranza samunga deso 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 taya daum bekanze ma bekanze ranza samunga deso
Daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo daya don bega ze ma bega ze ra samoga de zo. Then dedicate this married to be complete married and the conducive interdependent condition that we just accumulated in relation to medicine Buddha be the complete cause for all the treatments be most effective to all the COVID patients in India, in Nepal, in around the world. And also the specifically to all the sanghas, and monks and nuns in Kopan. And also may these conducive conditions be the complete cause to have a full protection to all those who are not affected. Right now in Kopan, our most precious Guru, Nyabchen Lama Sopa Rinpoche, and Indra Raja are also there. Rinpoche is healthy now. So as a Dharma disciple, so we collectively dedicate this merit for Rinpoche's full protection, perfect health, long life, and fulfill all Rinpoche's wishes and all Rinpoche's prayers. Rinpoche and many high lamas, including like Kandola, and there are so many great lamas. They have performed so many practices, prayers. All those practices, prayers be most effective to overcome this COVID around the world. Yawande ye nyo do da ye me be ja bo do yo ne do wa ji ja ya ma le ba ye sa la yang ge ba ra. Also dedicate to those anyone that who are suffering from other kind of sicknesses like cancer, any form of sufferings that experiencing in the world to be overcome. In particularly those who are participating in this practice, anyone in your family, your loved one that who are going through health difficulties. So this is a very powerful practice that you can dedicate alongside with the collective merit that we all commit together to overcome whatever challenges that they may be facing and actualize perfect health, long life, and fulfill all their wishes accordingly. Okay, so now again in emptiness, in the absolute natures of the Buddhas, the medicine Buddha now, who was emerged from the Tara, now that medicine Buddha, whose oneness energy with Tara, now emerged into compassionate Buddha, Genetic. Then visualize vividly compassionate Buddha, absolute, actualization of entire enlightened existence within us, around us, in everywhere, and all those who are troubled with the COVID, and especially those who are dying now, those who are pass away, who are going through intermediate state, who are taking rebirths. So may this practice be a complete cause to overcome all the suffering of death, suffering of intermediate state, suffering of rebirth, and actualize, perfect higher rebirth where they meet perfect Mayani Guru and actualizes full enlightenment within that very lifetime. So while reciting the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra, generate as sincere, as wholehearted, altruistic compassion as possible, especially while visualizing what we saw in the media, in the news. You can imagine that unbelievable that the dead bodies are cremating in India due to COVID, devastating, unbelievable, so heartbreaking. So visualize them, then strengthen our generation of compassion, and the compassion that which you express from depth of your heart, sincerely, wholeheartedly, be the strength, conducive basis where our practice of recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum and whatever prayer that you made in relation to compassionate Buddha be absolute, definite, and most effective. Chadongo lo je be ja bo dai che dong ga wa san bo san je dong kan lai gan de lai de bo chen bo jin re si lai chai ze Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om mani padme hum, 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 mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum, 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 mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum, 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 mani padme. Om mani padme hum, 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 mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum, 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 mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani So dedicate accordingly as what we just motivated. Yawande ye nyo do da che re se wa do yo ne do wa che ja ma le ba de ye sa la go ba ra. So now visualize the compassionate Buddha Charity that you have just actualized within you or in front of you. That which is one essence with Medicine Buddha and Mother Tara, and who is also one essence with gurus and the deities and all the Buddhas. And this enlightened existence is not a tangible kind of object, rather it is a light form. Now you visualize that entire this positive energy gather into a very complete, if you want to kind of hold it, that's something that you can able to hold like kind of round, like egg size, like that. But it is a light form, tangible, free of tangible. It's a light form. Now you visualize that it is absorbing into you, then purifies one's own body, speech, and mind. Whatever negativities that accumulated through our body, speech, and mind, whatever sicknesses, inconvenience that what we have, bring about complete purification, and emerge into one's own clear light mind, and guru, deity, and oneself become oneness. And also visualize similarly that those energy, similar kind, observe into each and every single numberless sentient beings, and in this very stage, make a very vivid visualizations of those COVID patients around the world,
all this energy, absorb into them, purified all negativities that are committed through body, speech, and mind, and purify all the sicknesses, and actualize oneness with compassionate Buddha, Cherisik, oneness with the Guru, oneness with medicine Buddha, oneness with the Tara. And that is the absolute state of liberation from all the samsaric experiences. So then establish stable, absolute, definite, full conviction, this is really happened. So take one moment to do this meditation. So keeping that in heart, then your heart is completely overwhelmed with compassion, no different than compassionate Buddha. You are richness with absolute, infinite merits and benefits that you're going to transfer, you're going to offer, give to rest of the numberless sentient beings. And in this very specific time, to all the COVID patients, whatever help, whatever necessities, whatever cure that they need, in this givings of our past, present, and future merits, givings of all the goodness to them and through the Tonglen practice. Then, if you can manage, if you are capable, if you can manage, then you take, you visualize all the COVID inconvenience, pain, suffering, death, entirety of the suffering that humanity is facing now. In the visualize images or the objects like blood and pus, dark smokes, then that you take upon yourself, meaning take upon to one's own self-grasping, self-cherishing attitude, and right very there, the self-grasping, self-cherishing attitude within ourselves, eradicate instantly, completely, forever, and that bring the impact to eradicate the absolute causes of all this samsara that we are going through, including COVID suffering, including its causes, eliminated together instantly, so you visualize like that. Then, if you know that those people who are, that directly karmic, connection to you, conventional karmic connection, this very life's karmic connection, those who requested prayers from you, to whom you know that they need your prayers, specifically, having expectations of your prayer support. Then here, you do specific, targeted Tonglen practice. So take upon all their sufferings it causes upon yourself, and give entire your merits and your virtues and your happiness to them. Then, at the same time, you visualize and have a confidence that you able to make absolute empty of entire samsaric existence, entire pain and sufferings, entire COVID. The stronger the visualization, stronger the energy that you're able to generate as sincere as possible. So that much, conducive, positive vibes, for positive contribution that we can able to contribute in this challenging time. So that way, that conventionally, the suffering sentient beings will receive all the necessary help, as soon as possible, most effective as possible, like that. Okay, so we will, while reciting the prayer, while reciting the prayer, then you meditate. Meditate on Tonglen practice. And thus, perfect, pure, compassionate Guru, I seek your blessing that all negative karmas, obscurations, and the suffering of mother sentient beings may without exception ripen upon me right now. And that by giving my happiness and virtues to others, all transmigratory beings may experience happiness. Okay, so now we do short dedication. May this collective merit that we accumulated through this session and all the merits and virtue accumulated from the past, present, and future, and all the merits and virtues accumulated by past, present, future Buddhas, Gurus, Bodhisattvas, and all the practitioners, be complete cause for numberless sentient beings, be free from all the oceans of samsara and its causes, karma, and delusion, and actualize state of enlightenment right this very moment. May this collective merit be a complete cause. This pandemic around the world to be overcome right away. May this collective merit be a complete cause. All the suffering in relation to this pandemic that happening in India, that Nepal, and all the pandemic convenience that happening in Kopan Monastery and Nunnery, pacified instantly, right this very moment. And everyone actualize temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. May this collective merit be a complete cause for anyone who passed away, in particular in last 49 days, those animals and bacteria, due to humans' action, due to natural disaster. Then all the people who pass away, in particularly in relation to the COVID, who's dying now, who's in the immediate state, who is taking rebirth, may this quality merit be complete cause to purify the hallucinational karmic suffering of death, suffering of intermediate state, suffering of rebirth, and actualize perfect higher rebirth where they meet perfect minded gurus, and right there within that very lifetime actualize state of full enlightenment. May this collective merit be a complete cause for all the world leaders to be free and purified all the ignorance and delusions. May only equip with the virtuous thoughts like loving kindness, compassion, and wisdom of interdependent coexistence among the world people, so that under their leadership, the world can able to enjoy peace and virtue and happiness. Also, may this collective merit be a complete cause for all the leaders of the organizations, leaders of the family, and yourself who lead your own life free from all the negative emotions, like such as anger, such as depression, such as anxiety, fear, confusion, attachment, grasping, abuse, and only equipped with perfect virtues like altruism, bodhicitta, the wisdom of interdependent coexisting view, then loving kindness, compassion, respect, empathy, etc., so that anyone under their leadership can able to enjoy only virtues, only peace and happiness. May this quality merit be complete cause all the good people who are cause and condition, who are cause of peace and happiness of humanity, peace and happiness of the world, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Gyaltsab Lama Sopa Rinpoche, and all your spiritual gurus and all the spiritual gurus from all traditions and all the good people that who preach loving kindness, compassion, including yourself and your family members, free from all the inner outer secret obstacles and actualize all the conducive conditions and cultivate only virtues, dharma, loving kindness, compassion, and enjoy the life with the perfect health, long life, with full of meaning of perfect altruistic dharma. May this collective merit be complete cause for all the virtuous institutions who are which are the source basis where cultivate perfect preservation of Buddha Dharma with extensive learning, extensive practices and realization on the path, like the three great monasteries, Serati Munganden, tantric colleges, Tashilumbu, then and Kopan Monastery, Kopan Nunnery, and Zum Monastery, Nunnery, Shetuling Monastery, Nunnery, monasteries, and all the FPMD centers, study groups, and projects, monasteries and nunneries, be free from all the inner outer secret obstacles, in particular at this very stage, like in South India, the great monasteries where there are really great danger of this pandemic because of the surge of the pandemic in India. Then the Kopan Monastery and Nunnery, where right now there's so many are affected by that, instantly, through the power of collective merit, purify all the inconvenience obstacles, and may these great spiritual institutions to have all the conducive conditions, like free of disease, free of COVID, free of any kind of inner outer secret obstacles, so that gather all the conducive conditions to preserve the Dharma, perfect extensive learning, as well as perfect practice by realizing path in individual's continuum, and able to fulfill the absolute, perfect gurus and Buddhas, like Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, like such as Nagarjuna, such as Atisha, such as Shantideva, such as Lama Tsongkhapa, such as His Holiness the Dalai Lama, such as Lama Sopa Rinpoche. All these institutions can able to fulfill, their activities of preserving Dharma and virtue perfectly. So may this collective merit be complete cause for each and every one of us, like how Shantideva have dedicated and all the other Bodhisattvas have dedicated their life. As long as sentient beings remain, may I too remain to dispel their suffering. May we be able to have the merit, capability, all the conducive conditions to do so. Then dedicate this merit in emptiness, dedicate ourselves, the merit and the purpose that we dedicate, all lies in the nature of lack of inherent existence, all exists interdependently. So therefore, in the nature of emptiness, in the nature of interdependent causality, then by the power of our sincere heart, to conduct this practice for the purpose, Then the special interdependent karmic connection, as I mentioned before, as we are enjoying under the same, spiritual guru. So therefore, there's so much power there. Mm. Then the power of compassionate Buddha, medicine Buddha, Mother Tara's enlightened capability. Then by the power of all the practices that we conduct, and by the power of the motivation that we initiated this practice, through all these conducive powers of causes and condition, make whatever aspiration and prayer that we met, everything actualize in actual reality. Chanju se jo ren bo che ma je pa na ma je ju ro je che ba nya ba me ba ya ko ne gon do pe wa to ni da wa ren bo che ma je pa na ma je ju ro je che ba nya ba me ba ya ko ne gon do pe wa Rimye da wa rin bo che ma je pa na ma je ju ro je che ba nya ba me ba ya ko ne gon do pe wa Kari ra we go we shin ga ma de pen dai de wa ma le chung we ne xie re xie wai den jin ya zo ye xia be xie de ba du den ju ru tu zi chang xin chang ge ya we den zin yong be we gu zi du bo Choi zoi gu we le me tu zhuo ba ya dai zoi du jie gu doi sha de ju jie wa gu do yang da la ma dai zai me zhi jie be lai lu zhi jie sai dai la ma jie yun de ra wai zoi ni Doi jie chang jie gu bai nyu doi Jambe ba we jie dai jie bai dai Gui doi sang boi de yang de xin jie De dai gun jie jie su da lo jie Jia wai de dai tam jie ra doi Tezon je be ja wai tam je dai Mo wai kan lai cho do nga bai de Dai je je we za wai de ge yang San boi je je ra do ngo wai Sem je ne bai je ne ba Do we ne ne ma le ba Sem je ne ba ji ne ba Do we ne ma da do Pama zen je dama je den dan de juro je Nge ru dama je da do dong wai dang Shang ju sen ba gan nai su ju bai De da gen je mo lai ju juro
Bedan zoe mi ge be ye she no bo ba samaji se je re wa gung ze be sam bo che che zhe be da ji Chomden de Java Jamayanda Zobe Zanje Namba Nanze Javola Chazolo Joseph Zamba Bokundo Zambola Chazolo Tayata Benzadi our Bedani so Durodura Zayamidis Tayadon Benzadi our Bedani Durodura Zayamidis or Tayadon Benzadi our Bedani Durodura Zamidis or Tayadon Benzadi our Bedani Durodura Zamidis Tayadon Benzadi our Bedani Durodura Zamidis or Tayadon Benzadi our Bedani Durodura Zamidis or Tayadon Benzadi our Bedani Durodura Zamidis Dayadon Benzadia over the Nezum Duru Zamini, so Jumne de Ninja Dajamayanda was Zobes and Mendela Bide with Jabola Charles or Jumne Dija Dajamayanda was Zobes and more the Molanda Gerado de Jabola Charles, Lo, Major Sejavich, another tender Luam, Daniel Hassan David. Namda me Benego drove your Nimo dele Sendele Nime Kuyan dele Chinize Tado dele Kunjo Sumji, Tashi, show Tembaji then come to Jama, Temba Nivich to some Tenze Puno, Temba Yuren Nebe Tashi. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for everyone around the world, whoever is joining this prayer session. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you all on behalf of everyone there who is suffering from COVID. And thank you all, especially on behalf of all the Kopan monks and nuns that who are going through tough time. Greatly appreciate it. And please continue to take very good care of yourself and very good care of each other. Yes, prayers, practices are in the most important because the root cause of all this samsara, root cause of even this pandemic is karma. The karma need to be purified, need to accumulate merit to fulfill all our wishes, including the wishes of enlightenment. But at the same time, if we don't respect and if we don't be mindful in accordance with the medical science, in particularly in relation to this COVID, there are protocols, there are must need to be careful, like such as physical distancing, like masks, then hygiene, in particularly, developing good immune system, So in order to do that, we need to take good care of our both body and mind. The mind need to be happy. The best way to keep our mind happy is even in the midst of so much trouble is going around in the world is a dharma practice. To the understanding of bodhicitta, understanding of emptiness, understanding of karma, stable refuge in Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha. All this will help to stay calm, to protect our mind, and that way we can help to protect our body. So if we don't be mindful of our taking measures and taking care, then we allowed our intentional action, the karma of the mind allows ourselves to engage in committing karma through our body, speech, and mind to get into trouble. You see, so therefore, as how important the Dharma practices, equal importance of the conventional reality. What needed to be
mindful to take good care of ourselves. So these two cannot be separated. Has to go along. Like similar. How importance of the ultimate reality of emptiness has equal importance of interdependent conventional reality. Like what Lama Tsongkhapa said in the three principal aspect of the path. Until we realize the absolute meaning of emptiness in interdependent arising, we won't able to, get the absolute point of emptiness. So that has to apply in our real life, reality. Even though samsara, nirvana, coronavirus, ourselves, all the challenges that are going in the world, including enlightenment, liberation, freedom from all these problems, all lies in the one taste of lack of inherent existence, empty of inherent existence. Mm, mm, but because of the absolute nature lies in the lack of inherent existence, therefore the interdependent existence definitely exists, definitely definitely comes along. You see, wherever the absolute nature of emptiness exists, the interdependent existence, was definite there. You see, so like such as coronavirus, the absolute nature of coronavirus, the lack of inherent existence, empty of inherent existence. You see, in that nature of lack of inherent existence, whatever coronavirus characteristics, the conditions are also definitely existent there. You see, so therefore, we have to be very practical, especially those spiritual practitioners. We cannot kind of something out there will take care. Nothing out there to take care. Ourselves have to take care. You see, by applying the Buddha Dharma correctly. You see, so some people. Because of not understanding correctly about karma, they say everything is karma. Everything karma. We don't have to do. We don't have to worry. Everything karma. If karma is there to me to suffer, I will suffer. How much I protect. So that is because of not understanding what exactly the karma is. Karma means interdependent existence. Karma is interdependent existence. You see, so interdependent existence means. In interdependent existence, there are so many levels from the gross to the profound understanding, from the Buddhist four schools. The very basic understanding is the interdependent of the cause and condition, cause and effect existent. You see, so if we create cause and if we create the cause, the interdependent result, have to experience it. But if we prevent the interdependent causes, then we are able to prevent the interdependent experience of the result. You see, so when we talk about karma, there are certain karma, yes, already, committed completely, from beginningless lifetime, and we have to go through the actual experience of the definite karmic result of experiencing the consequences. You see, but that experience of consequences itself is taking effect of purification if we deal the effect mindfully and wisely, with the understanding of interdependent arising. You see, understanding emptiness. So that way, then while experiencing the karmic consequences, we're able to purify the karma once for all. But otherwise, while experiencing the karmic consequences, if we are not mindful, then generate delusions and then some more through ignorance we become careless. Then we create more karma, karma over karma. While experiencing the karmic consequences, we accumulate more new karmic causes, which is similar to what we are experiencing now. Then that way the suffering problem never ends. You see, so yes, everything is a result of karma. That can be understood exactly, correctly be understood in Buddhist understanding. Everything is arising from the mind. You see, so therefore, As long as we shape our mind, we discipline our mind, then we discipline our action. Even in case we have to experience the definite karmic result, we will deal wisely, and we will go through the experience with the most meaningful way, because we can able to purify once for all or entire karma like that. Okay, so therefore, yes, especially compared to the beginning of the pandemic last year, now and for some time, for some time, we have to be extra careful. The entire world, individually, organizationally, everybody has to be careful, extra careful than last year. You see, that the reason is now people getting vaccines, and many people ever survive through almost 1 year and more. So now they think that we will be okay, we will be all right, because I survived when the pandemic is started. So now I will survive. I won't be contracted. Now I have a COVID vaccine, so I don't have to care. So there's a lot of relaxations and a lot of carelessness is going on. And this is also one of the reason why great surge of the pandemic in India is happening. I believe one of the reason is that because of carelessness, because of overconfident. You see, then Nepal also similar. In Nepal, the crisis was similar. Everybody, we thought whole year is okay. Everything okay. Now we're okay. We can just relax. So these are carelessness. We create a karma, so we have to experience it. You see. So therefore, I believe this is what I understand. I could be absolutely wrong, but this is what I understand, and this is what I believe, that especially now, and especially until entire world, fully immunize, to fight the COVID in the entire world, not just certain city, certain world, entire world, entire humanity, completely immunized. We have to be extremely, extremely careful, continue to be careful, especially for coming few months. We have to be extremely careful. So in order to purify the karma, we really put effort to dedicate our time. A lot of lockdowns are happening. A lot of inconvenience to socialize. So now we don't have to depress. We don't have to feel upset. Rather take full opportunity to occupy entire our body, speech, and mind in practice. Try to meditate, whatever Dharma understanding we have, try to meditate as much as possible. Our speech, try to occupy by recitation of sutras, mantras, then physically, try to do meditations, and especially try to do prostrations, exercise, you see. So this way, it really helps to boost both our mental and physical immune system, so that when the world is released for us to get out and be among these people, we will be fully equipped with the immune system, both karmically as well as the physical immune system, you see. So we usually say we have no time to practice Dharma. We have so many complaints. So now this is the right time really to practice and take good care, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for so many extra time that I took. It's supposed to be just 1 hour, but I have no idea how many hours is already went. So I'm so sorry, okay? So take care. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.